In fair Verona, a city of ancient beauty and feuding families, a tale of love and tragedy unfolded. This is the story of Romeo and Juliet, two young souls destined for each other, who dared to defy the barriers that society had placed upon them. Romeo Montague, a passionate and impulsive young man, and Juliet Capulet, a sweet and innocent maiden, belonged to rival households locked in a bitter feud. Their families' enmity ran deep, stretching back generations, and the mere mention of reconciliation seemed an impossible dream. But fate had other plans. At a lavish masquerade ball, where the young lovers first set eyes upon each other, a spark ignited. In that moment, the world faded away, and Romeo and Juliet were consumed by an intense and undeniable connection. Love had found them, oblivious to the strife surrounding their lives. Underneath the moonlit sky, they met in secret, their hearts brimming with passion and longing. They exchanged vows of eternal devotion, pledging their love to one another despite the consequences. Romeo sought solace in the guidance of Friar Laurence, a wise and sympathetic confidant, who saw the purity in their love and hoped it would heal the wounds of their families. As their love blossomed, the world around them crumbled under the weight of their family's hate. A tragic turn of events led to the banishment of Romeo from Verona, leaving Juliet desperate and alone. In her despair, she sought counsel from Friar Laurence, who devised a risky plan to reunite the star-crossed lovers. Juliet would take a sleeping potion that would mimic death, allowing her to escape the clutches of an arranged marriage and be reunited with Romeo once the effects wore off. But misfortune struck again when news of Juliet's supposed demise reached Romeo before he received word of the plan. Overwhelmed by grief, he made a fateful decision. Unbeknownst to Juliet, Romeo returned to Verona, seeking solace at her side in the family tomb. There, in the depths of despair, Romeo drank a poison, sealing their tragic fate. Awakening from her slumber, Juliet discovered Romeo lifeless beside her, and in her anguish, she took her own life with his dagger. Their deaths united their families in sorrow, as the magnitude of their love and the senselessness of their feud became undeniable. The tragedy of Romeo and Juliet served as a haunting reminder of the destructive power of hate and the consequences of a world devoid of love. Romeo and Juliet's love story was one of intense passion and youthful idealism. Their love was a flame that burned bright amidst the darkness of their feuding families. They found solace in each other's arms, cherishing stolen moments of tenderness and affection. Their love was a sanctuary, a refuge from the bitter strife that plagued Verona. Despite the obstacles they faced, Romeo and Juliet remained steadfast in their devotion. They exchanged heartfelt vows, promising to defy the constraints of society and remain true to each other. Their love became a symbol of hope, a testament to the belief that love could transcend hate and bring about reconciliation. Friar Laurence, a wise and compassionate figure, played a pivotal role in their story. He saw the purity of Romeo and Juliet's love and believed it held the potential to mend the broken bonds between their families. With unwavering faith, he devised a plan to unite them in secret, hoping their love would pave the way for peace. Tragically, their plan unraveled in the face of unforeseen circumstances. Miscommunication and ill timing led to a chain of events that resulted in their untimely deaths. The loss of Romeo and Juliet was a devastating blow, not only for their families but for the entire city of Verona. Their deaths served as a catalyst for change, forcing their families to confront the consequences of their long-standing feud. The tragic loss of their beloved children shattered the illusion of victory in their rivalry, leaving them bereft and filled with remorse. In the face of such profound grief, they realized the futility of their animosity and the destructive power of hate. Romeo and Juliet's tragic end became a rallying cry for peace and reconciliation. Their deaths served as a poignant reminder of the consequences of division and the urgency of finding common ground. Verona was forever scarred by the loss of these young lovers, and their legacy became a driving force for change. Their story inspired countless adaptations in literature, theatre, and film, capturing the hearts and imaginations of audiences across the globe. From the timeless words of Shakespeare to modern retellings,